Situated in the heart of California's Conejo Valley sits Thousand Oaks, California, the second most populated city in Ventura County. Ventura County FC returns home to welcome 2024 Next Pro champions, North Texas SC, to town. Welcome inside William Rollins Stadium along with our broadcast team, Jake Griffith. A pleasure to have you alongside us. Ventura County, they are streaking, specifically winners of back-to-back contests, and they come home to this venue where they've been so strong at, unbeaten in 6 consecutive matches, trying to keep themselves above that top 4 and keep them in contention for a home playoff spot. As for North Texas, they're trying to get back above that would-be cut line and into that conversation. Right now, about 4 points shy of that final playoff spot. As we take a look at how these sides line up, first for Matt Taylor and Ventura County going with a 4-2-3-1. It's just one personnel change from their win in the Cali Clasico against San Jose Earthquakes 2 last match week. That is Sebastian Hernandez, who returns after a week with the first team of LA Galaxy. Matt Taylor today, he's looking for a little bit more of that understanding of when to press versus when to pull back just a little bit, and this 4-2-3-1 shape presents them a perfect opportunity to strike that balance. Specifically in the midfield, you see all those bodies, the overloads that this 4-2-3-1 shape is going to try to create. You're going to have that natural 3-player central midfield presence, and they go against this North Texas side who they out of possession are going to look like a 4-3-3. In possession might look more like this 4-2-3-1. And for John Gall and North Texas, they make 2 personnel changes, including Timothy Ospina, who rejoins the midfield for North Texas. As for those 2024 MLS Next Pro champions, John Gall's bunch coming off the 2-2 draw against LAFC, the other side of El Tráfico. And he said this week that in terms of what he's looking for from his team, wanting to see them try to expose the exterior channels against Ventura County today. And that attacking width is something that this shape will provide, having some forwards that run toward the other team's wide defense, open up gaps perhaps in the center to try to get some of those midfield runs going. North Texas, though, they haven't fared very well away from home this season. Just 2 wins in their last 6 matches away entering Friday. They've only taken 9 of a possible last 18 points away from home. It's North Texas in the all-white, Ventura County in the all-navy. Jay Schlesinger is our center referee there in red on the right side of your screen. Schlesinger sounds the whistle. The ball is moving at William Rollins Stadium, and we are officially underway on this Friday night in the shadows of Hollywood, Thousand Oaks, California. North Texas controlling it early on, but promptly plucked away from them by Ventura County. VCFC, they've had quite a 2026 season. More on that in a moment. As Preston breaking free, he'll funnel it over to Luis Mueller. Mueller tries to flash this across goal. It's knocked away, and it will fall back to Brett Fan initially. Turned upfield now by North Texas. They were seeking Sam Sade, the FC Dallas Academy product, getting his 3rd start of the season. Too long of a ball, and Sebastian Conlon, MLS Next Pro's leader in keeper saves with 81 entering tonight's fixture, has it at his feet. Rolled along forward for Ventura County, and ultimately VCFC are dispossessed. Back to Eric Demora, 13th start of the season for the former Duke Blue Devil, who was acquired by North Texas in February of this year. Has a couple clean sheets, 44 saves on the season. Thumped back down now by VCFC. Mueller tripped up. That'll draw a whistle from our center referee, first since the opening whistle. And Ventura County, ever so dangerous on set pieces, will step up to the plate for their first free kick, where they have scored 3 times in 2026 off of. This is a North Texas side that John Gall, coming into this fixture, it's felt like his team could be a little bit better in terms of their set piece defense. They have given up 2 set-piece goals in their last 270 minutes of action, both of those coming off of corners, including one against LAFC last time out. Mueller has a hit from distance, and that'll go split the uprights, not for the PAT, but for the goal kick to Demora. North Texas, they enter the weekend in 10th position in the Western Conference table. The team occupying that final playoff spot, should the postseason begin today, is Minnesota United 2, who are in action this evening against Portland Timbers. That match has gone final. Portland Timbers, after going down a goal first, grab 2, and they pick up all 3 points. So that means Minnesota United frozen at 29. An opportunity this evening for North Texas. A good performance could pull them back level with Minnesota United. As for Ventura County, gap starting to widen between Ventura County and the rest of the 3 in front of them. Austin FC, Portland Timbers, and Houston Dynamo Dos, who are also in action against Sporting Kansas City 2. Matt Taylor said this week that they are focused on trying to stay in that top 4, but it's not something they overemphasize for this club. Trying to focus on the task at hand, take it one match at a time. He said obviously it would be great to get a home playoff match here at William Rollins Stadium. This MLS Next Pro side of the LA Galaxy Academy. As you can hear if you're tuning in with us, they've done well for themselves these last few years to carve out a very solid home atmosphere here on the campus of Cal Lutheran. Long ball goes a little wanting over the head of Enzo Newman, who makes his 12th start of the season. Also over the head of Eric Preston, who makes start number 10. And Newman will have the throw in for North Texas. Nicholas Simmons, the 3rd overall pick out of Virginia in the most recent Super Draft, a player that John Gall was ecstatic to get back into the second-team environment this week. Carried it forward, now recycled along the back here for North Texas, who come off the heels of the draw against LAFC. John Gall said obviously it's tough when you give away 2 goals that early. Went down 2-0. North Texas did very quickly within the opening 25 minutes of that contest. Pegged the goal back in the second half as they will have a throw. Pulled the equalizer off a penalty in 90+3 second half stoppage time. In fact, that was Nick Simmons, the aforementioned Virginia Cavalier, grabbing that goal. Gall did say that the way they fought back in that second half was a massive positive, hoping to carry some of that momentum over. He said, we need to start the game tonight like how we ended the game against LAFC. Now Ventura County will go long with it. Direct ball in behind. Running onto it is Eric Preston. He shovels it over toward goal. Save made by Demora. The rebound coughed up though, and Preston is on it. Tries to cut it back and slid away by North Texas. Out for a Ventura County throw. Eric Preston, a player that Matt Taylor described this week as a willing runner, running it down and feeding Julian Palacios on the move. Stonewalled, though, by Eric Demora.
Love it, Eric. Offside.
Now knotted along here for Ventura County, who early on they've tried to go direct a lot. Toward goal again, and whiffing on that far post. Out for a goal clearance.
And remember where we want the ball, Sam. We want the ball out here, not inside.
Am I going too late? Or?
Yeah, no, I just think now know that he's doing that, so just stay a little.
Matt Taylor has said numerous times this season that in possession, this is a Ventura County team that they want to play through teams. Right now having some success playing over North Texas and getting some runners in behind, squaring up against those final 2 defenders. Steered back over to Sebastian Conlon. The visitors from Texas will come up with it, and now they'll roll this along their back line.
I don't need you there. Marlon, I don't need you there. I don't need you there. Gotta pass it.
Starnes wearing the captain's armband gives it up. Now forward, North Texas goes. To Nice, fresh off an impressive performance at the MLS All-Star Game skills competition in Charlotte. Back in the fold here with North Texas. John Gall, he had said this week that had a chance to speak with him directly after that as Nice tries to clip that one along in behind. He said as soon as the guys get back, we have a talk with them about what their experience was. He recalled that Nice told him on the phone directly after that All-Star competition that as fun as that was, he was so looking forward to getting back with North Texas. And Gall said that just really stood out to him about the kind of competitor that Edu Nice is. Preston trying to slip it through. North Texas with other ideas, and the visitors come up with it on to their number 10, Edu Nice. 9 goals, 5 assists on the season, but just 1 goal in his last 6 appearances in MLS Next Pro play. Now, Natty James in the starting 11, but James is available for selection on the bench. He and Edu Nice have become like a ferocious duo this year for North Texas. Combined, the two of them have 17 goals. 17 of North Texas, 29 on the campaign. Here's Newman. Able to turn that one forward. Sine steers it laterally. Funneled back wide. Simmons has a hit. Tried to load up on that right foot. Ended up skying it high over Sebastian Conlon. No real danger presented by that. Nick Simmons, though, John Gall was effusive in some of his praise. Said he's a player that he's been tracking all the way during his days at University of Virginia. Looked at him extensively during the draft combine. And he said that in his own opinion, this being John Gall, manager for North Texas, there aren't too many true number 9s in the United States, but he feels like Nick Simmons is one of those and has a very, very bright future ahead of him. Booming ball forward now for the home side. Preston will pull it in on this near touchline. Now cuts back into the center of the pitch. Preston with options. Late arrival out wide looking for the cutback in front. Tapped in! Last to it was Julian Glacius. A dream start for Ventura County again. 1-0. That's a great run for Eric Preston, just carving an opening through the heart of the defense. They put it back to him. He rolls it toward goal. Glacius just on the doorstep to guide that one across at the last second. Glacius and Preston almost combined earlier in this contest for the opening strike. That was stymied by Eric Demora. But Matt Taylor's side has their breakthrough inside 12 minutes. This is a Ventura County side that come in off the win, pretty comprehensive over their California rivals, San Jose Earthquakes, too. They were held scoreless at the half, but then goals in the 46th, 69th, and 78th minutes for VCFC to run away with that contest. Matt Taylor said that he loved the way they started out that match, with the way they defended, did it without overexposing themselves. So some of those characteristics shine through here in this fixture against North Texas. This is the first meeting of 2026 between these sides, and the only meeting of 2026, 6th all-time in MLS Next Pro play. 11th minute, Ventura County getting on the board.
Up together! Up! Hey, keep getting right! Timmy, keep getting right! Go, go, go! Timmy! Sam, go!
Interchange on the near side. Delgado wants to whip it in behind. Just ran out of room on the near touchline, and it will be a North Texas throw. See John Gall there on screen, roaming the touchlines for North Texas. None too thrilled with how this contest has started. He had said earlier this season that that's really been one of the things that's done them in the most. It's just the little tiny mistakes. Take the foot off the gas for at least a moment as Mueller has a go. Stymied again by Demora. Now clip back inside. Possession still on for Ventura County. And North Texas, at long last, able to clear those lines.
Go, Nick! Together!
Enrique Martinez able to sweep that away from would-be danger. Delgado with it. Trying to roll it in behind. Flag stays down. It's Preston who's in. 2-0! And the assist on the opener. And now grabs a goal of his own. Ventura County flying.
Specifically told you to stand up right there 100 times.
This is a lovely ball from Riley Delgado. Eric Preston doing the rest. A player that Matt Taylor highlighted in our conversation this week for his ability to break lines, get in behind teams. Says he's shown so much hunger in 2026. Made a real effort since the 2026 preseason, and he's done a good job of picking up little nuances in his game each week. Ventura County tilting the field in their favor and tilting the scoreline in their favor in a hurry. Goals 4 minutes apart for the home side. A whistle for a stoppage and a foul. VCFC brought to you by McDonald's West Coast, owned by the largest Mexican-American-owned franchises, the McMorrow Family Restaurants Group, with over 48 locations in Southern California. McDonald's West Coast is a proud Jersey sponsor and partner, bringing local communities together. Driven up in behind, North Texas trying to cut that back in front. And there to clean things up for Ventura County was Sebastian Hernandez, their captain, from a Portland Pilot. Quickly thrown back in. Combination around the area. Official wags the finger and says no foul given. A chance to counter now for Ventura County. Nifty moves, bringing oohs and ahs out from the crowd here at William Rollins Stadium. Vinny Garcia was dispossessed. And now North Texas will turn this one upfield in the vicinity of Nick Simmons. Early on verticality has been a real friend of Ventura County. Those long balls have put a lot of strain on this defensive shape of North Texas. Tucked inside, it's Clausius again. They reverse it over to Preston. Preston! Demora got a paw to it. Maybe even just a fingertip. Nonetheless, it'll stay here. Corner coming for Ventura County. Quickly cycled over to Eric Preston, who has had quite the start to this evening's fixture, drawing a fine save from Eric Demora, the 23-year-old. Ventura County, they'll go the short route in, over to Brett Fan. Put long in behind, running onto it, put in front, and turned away by North Texas. TSC trying to open things up just a little bit. Had a moment where they might have caught Ventura County off guard, but knocked out of play and quickly thrown in by North Texas. Despite the 10th position in the Western Conference table, North Texas, their recent form has been solid. Points in 4 of 5 matches coming into this fixture. Wins in 2 of them, including a win to open the Texas Mansfield Health Stadium, their new home, against St. Louis City, who will be in action later on this weekend on Sunday. A plenty busy MLS Next Pro slate. We'll bring you more of that during our halftime report with our upcoming schedule. Dropping in to assist the build from that midfield. Now Newman will sprint along with it. Late arrival, they find Edunise on the flank. Steps back inside, works it along, deflecting around and a shot. Carrots wide off the boots today.
Hey, you're calling fouls earlier in the game.
Affiliate Ventura County on the move off the restart here. This is a bit of a preview of what is to perhaps come this weekend. These sides will clash tomorrow in MLS action at Dignity Health Sports Park. Played to a 2-2 draw back in April at Toyota Stadium in Dallas. Now the return trip to Los Angeles between LA Galaxy and FC Dallas, that tomorrow night. Speaking of LA Galaxy, they did make some news earlier this week. They loaned Dylan Vanny out to Real Betis of La Liga. The leading goal scorer for this Ventura County side. Seen some short-term call-ups to the first team throughout the course of the season, but now loaned out for the duration of the year. I spoke to Matt Taylor a few weeks ago prior to their Vancouver Whitecaps fixture, and he had said even at that point, the indication was just the way that Vanny had played throughout the next pro season, that he was beginning his transition out of the second team phase, and now massive step up in competition for the son of LA Galaxy manager Greg Vanny. A chance to get some high-level competitive minutes overseas. And now we get a whistle for a stoppage. There is a Ventura County man down over on the far side of the pitch. Schlesinger will usher trainers on to assess the status of the injured Ventura County player. Jeremy Chiese the native of Cameroon, a recent acquisition by Ventura County, making just his second start of 2026. The 19-year-old being tended to by Ventura County trainers, which has brought this contest to a halt. One that the home side are firmly in control of at the moment. Goals in the 11th and 15th minutes for Ventura County. Right now 4 shots, 2 of them on target. They made a real concerted effort of getting in to that penalty area with 6 touches. As Giese is back to his feet and will walk across that far boundary line. VCFC, powered by Ventura County Credit Union, Ventura County's trusted, member-owned financial partner, empowering over 80,000 locals with smarter banking and community-first service since 1950, bringing VCFC to all local communities as their official credit union partner and jersey sponsor. This play is back underway off the injury stoppage. Jeremy Giese did walk off under his own power, but has not retaken the pitch. His trainers over on the left side of your screen continuing to work on that lower leg. VCFC right now down to 10 men with their starting right midfielder off the pitch. North Texas an opportunity to perhaps capitalize. Still seeking their first shot on target as we barrel in toward that half-hour mark. Lucene will reset things over. Here's Edounis. Flanked with options, Lucene still on it for a moment, hacking away at it inside. Lost the handle on it. And now Brett Fan trying to turn this into a counter for Ventura County. Lofted out wide. Wonderful first touch for Eric Preston, who cuts to his right. Now Preston curls! And this is wide. Taylor had said that Eric Preston's starting to turn into a guy that kind of just loft that one toward him and he'll create something. Specifically starting to earn and win balls that are helping create counters and transitional opportunities for Ventura County. Between their direct play and their transitional ability, it's been some one-way traffic on this end of things to the tune of 56% possession in the opening 25 minutes now for the home side of Ventura County FC. The VCFC side, they have not lost a home fixture going all the way back to May 1st when they were felled by San Jose 3-1. It's 3 consecutive wins, 6 consecutive unbeaten. Ospina negotiating around, hands it off over to Enzo Newman for 11th overall pick in the Super Draft last year out of Oregon State. Nice on the half turn. Tries to work at top of the area. Wanted Simmons, who was muzzled off the ball. And now off to the races Ventura County goes. Preston with pace. To give it out wide over Plasius, takes an awkward carom over, it's Mueller! This is wide of the near stick and out of play. It looked like North Texas would just settle on this and ultimately go back the other way with it. Took a fortuitous bounce back in favor of Ventura County and falling right to Luis Mueller. Rejoined this Ventura County side after a stint over in Germany. Spent a full season with them last year, and Matt Taylor said, look, it's been huge, especially that with Dylan Vanny moving on, it fills a need for this club. They love the relationship that he and Eric Preston and Julian Plasius have already been able to carve out so quickly. This is only Luis Mueller's second appearance, second start of of 2026. Conlon errant in his distribution. Change of possession will occur via the throw in.
Short and sharp. In and out, in and out. And follow.
Nice feeds it into the center. Now trying to play it through. Unsuccessful there for North Texas. Ricky Lewis was in the vicinity of it. Elsewhere here in California, LAFC and Colorado Rapids have gotten underway. No score, a half hour in. There's North Texas knocking. It's Ricky Lewis now. Lewis shuffling. Still over on that byline. Hounded, though, defensively by Sebastian Hernandez. It'll ultimately roll out of play. And Ventura County able to come away unscathed. Conlon under duress, floats this one forward. Clase is toppled over on that right side, and that will draw a whistle. Ventura County this season, they have undoubtedly been a second half team. Coming into tonight's contest, 25 of their 37 goals scored on the season have come in the final 45 minutes, including last match, all three coming after the clock flipped over to the second half. But tonight it has been about the opening half, specifically the opening 15, as play will resume, driven toward goal. The heads go up, knotted away by North Texas, but Preston will have a hit off the half volley. And it'll stay on this end for another corner to Ventura County. They've been strong on set pieces, VCFC have, but specifically corners this year. 4 corner goals for Ventura County. Also generated the 9th most corners in MLS Next Pro in 2026. That including both conferences. Mueller swings this out, catches the head of Plasius, and reset here by Ventura County. Mason Vanny now, second ball, served in wide. Mueller hammers it back post. Goes careening out of play. Half hour deep, still 15 minutes plus added time to go in this opening half, but North Texas finding themselves in an early hole, and they still seek that elusive first shot on target. The defensive coverage in behind by Ventura County has been the real key, preventing numbers from getting forward for North Texas. That is one of those strong points of the 4-2-3-1, especially that double pivot of Garcia and Brett Fan shielding that back four, but really helping you create numerical superiority when out of possession. Seta trying to feed this one back through. Over to Simmons, who finds it. Simmons across the top of the area toward Lucene, takes a stab at it. And it will rifle wide at the far post. Simmons back to goal there on the right side of your screen. Did well to turn himself back around, wanted to feed Lucene, still found a way to get it to him. And the shot just not on the target. Chances on the target, something that have been a struggle at times this year for North Texas. Preston almost dodges a challenge from that final defender in Slade Starnes. Could not.
Do it now.
And it's hacked out of play for a North Texas throw. But North Texas, while they haven't generated a number of big scoring chances this year, just 26 out of 30 next pro teams in big chances. They've missed half of them. Have dynamic attacking players going forward. Looking at Eunice, like a Natty James, but even like a Ricky Lewis with his 5-goal involvements on the season. But consistently putting that ball on the target has been sort of an up and down affair in 2026 for John Gall's side. To Simmons now. Got that ball on a string and elects to pull it back. Slade Starnes, the homegrown. For the give and go. Today tries to clip that one back and behind again. Instead, deflected into the possession of Marlon Lucene. Starnes again goes ahead with it, and now we get a whistle. And so Newman tripped up, and North Texas will have a free kick. Eunice will survey his options in front of him. Just 1 goal scored off free kicks in 2026 for the visitors from Texas. It'll be Nice. Tries to curl that one in, blocked away. Defender in front, and Eric Preston. Rostic gave it up. Back to Nice now. Trying to work it up through this alley on the near side. Find Nick Simmons. Simmons steps inside on one defender. Still on it is Simmons now. Simmons off that ball. Ventura County, a short clearance finds the boots of Eric Preston. Can't stay on his feet though. Ospina comes up with it. Ospina on the plate for John Gall in this FC Dallas Academy. Looking for the switch out wide, and they find it. Sadet gets through 2 now. Still Samsonet. That one high and considerably wide of goal. Sebastian Conlon get a drink on this warm evening in California. Kind of building from the back, this low build, just ideologies that are not just crucial to the identity of this club under Matt Taylor, but also catalysts to their success this season. One of those core pillars for this club is trying to create chances through that low build. They feel like going low in their build out allows them to really overload the midfield and go right through the heart of teams. We get a whistle, a slight one from our center referee. And Texas will restart things. Back into the possession of end zone Newman. Full pass back though, and running onto it is Mueller. Wants to thread that one back through. Knocked out of play, it'll be a corner. This portion of the match is brought to you by Omni Mobile, featuring premium 5G, unlimited text and talk, and exclusive access to the Omni Club, where you can earn scholarship rewards, mortgage points, merchandise, and more. Learn more at omnimobile.com. Third corner of the night. Mueller swings it out again to that back stick. Well defensively by Texas. And they will just drill that one clear of any danger. As a club, Ventura County, they do like to throw those numbers forward. They do want to try to press. 7 counter-attacking goals to their credit. One of the higher passes, one of the lower rather, passes per defensive action ratings in MLS Next Pro this season. And that means that there is going to be some gaps and spaces that North Texas will have to find a way to take advantage of. So far, have not been able to do that. Tried to leave it off for a teammate that just wasn't there. Now transitioning into the attack is Ventura County. Gives it back to Delgado. Enrique Martinez puts this ball forward. Still on it now, running toward goal. Out comes DeMore to knock it away. Not clear yet. Falls in the vicinity of Eric Preston. Brilliant combination. Back heel from Mueller. Over Preston. The cutback in front. It's in! Makes it 3-0 Ventura County. A blockbuster start at home for CCFC.
57 with the goal.
This all starts with that link up there around the area. Mueller to Preston, back in front, and Palacios with the tap in. North Texas just couldn't clear the lines, and they're burned again. All throughout the week, Matt Taylor made a point to discuss the relationship between Mueller, Preston, and Palacios. That trifecta, especially the re-addition of Luis Mueller coming back over from Germany. I feel like it gave them, Matt Taylor, with the absence of Dylan Vandy, so much bite, so many new looks going forward. Time and again, that trio has linked up to provide damage for North Texas. Delgado puts it along into the possession of Mueller, who finds Eric Preston up his near touchline. Preston takes a tumble. Assisted a little bit there from the North Texas defender, which does rather draw a whistle from our center referee. I've seen some whistles, not an overly physical affair. Cards have stayed in the pocket of Jay Schlesinger so far in this opening 42 minutes and change. The action's been real end-to-end, fluid contest. Second ball goes tossed onto the pitch. That'll be rectified before this throw-in can be taken. Now another collision. This time will send Julian Palacios down. A first half brace for Palacios in the 11th and the 40th minutes. Eric Preston, a 3-goal involvement evening, grabbed his goal in the 15th minute. As for North Texas, in terms of the offense, that just has not been there so far. Still no shots on target for the visitors from Texas. As Ventura County loft this one along. Running onto it is Mason Vanny, the 18-year-old. Vanny slides it over. It's Preston. Goes high with it. It misses high. Wide areas have been advantageous so far for Ventura County. It's the left wing, the right wing. They're going to run their offense down those channels and cut balls back top of the area or in front of goal. It's been their bread and butter so far as we inch closer toward the 45-minute marker here in Thousand Oaks, California. 3 first-half goals, a first-half brace from Julian Palacios. Palacios, no stranger to bagging goals. He's the 2023 MLS Next Cup Golden Boot winner for the LA Galaxy Academy in his penultimate academy season before joining this Ventura County side on a permanent basis in 2025. Did see some time in that 2023 season with VCFC as an amateur out of the academy. Fourth official shows 4 on the board for added time as we have reached the halfway point of this contest. Feed it back over to Demora, and if that doesn't sum up the opening half for North Texas, it's something that John Gall has talked a lot about this year, that the thing that has done them in the most has been some of their decision-making. The decision they were hoping for. It sets Ventura County up with a set piece here. Mueller goes back to the well in the 4th corner. Knocked away by North Texas. It falls back to Vanny. Second ball. Up ahead. Again, headed away. Now Lewis transitioning forward. Stops and finds Simmons. Nick Simmons. They don't have the numbers. Simmons has a hit. Forces Conlon into action. The rebound falls to Nice. And Nice can't make much happen with it, and Ventura County has to just send that out of play. Quickly tossed in from Newman to Nice. Roaming around. Lucene wide to Newman. Back in front. Lucene flips it back stick. Goes hopping out of play. And it will be a Ventura County goal clearance courtesy of Sebastian Conlon, the 65th overall pick out of Kentucky in this most recent Super Draft. Sebastian Conlon, a product product of the DC United Academy. Spent some time with the USL Championship side Loudoun United as a training player prior to heading off to college. He began at James Madison, ultimately transferred over for his final year to Kentucky. Here's Preston going 1v1 with Newman. It rolls out, and Ventura County will have a late corner here at the end of the opening 4:05. Top of the area, hammered toward goal. Jeremy Jeze couldn't put that one on frame. Make sure to stick with us during our halftime report. Highlights, scoreboard, schedule, and player features all coming up during the intermission. Meanwhile, here's Simmons into the path. Today right at Sebastian Conlon, who makes the save. Boot ahead from Conlon, looking for Plasius. He and Slade Starnes were really battling in that duel, and Plasius shown the whistle as North Texas restarts play quick. Simmons shoveled down. We will get a whistle. One last opportunity here for North Texas just before the expiration of first half stoppage time. Across the 4th minute of said stoppage time as Nice will square things up on this free kick. It'll be Nice to take. Curls this in toward Conlon, ricocheting around and hammer clear by Ventura County. Right at the halftime whistle. And what a first half it was for VCFC. A first half brace from Julian Plasius. It is 3-0. Our score at the half here in Thousand Oaks, California. Coming up in our halftime show, a Texas two-step player profiles, plus scores and all the schedules, first half highlights and more when we come back. Welcome back to Thousand Oaks. We head to Houston for this week's player profile and get to know midfielder Matthew Arana.
My name is Matthew Arana. I play for Houston Dynamo and I play attacking midfield.
Houston Dynamo homegrown midfielder Matthew Arana is proud to represent the Bayou City.
Matthew Arana, goalkeeper at the mercy of the finish.
Arana picks it up, 2 defenders in front of him, and stings the back post.
I feel really great. I was born and raised there. No one would ever thought a kid from Rochelle would be pro at 15 years old. And I feel amazing to be able to represent Houston where I'm from.
Arana joined the Dynamo Academy at 11 from his local club Rise SC and quickly climbed the ranks.
I was playing like a year up already. I was already used to it, but it was like a different level still because there was other kids that I never knew that came to this team and they were all really good, so I started off a little bit slow, but I started getting used to it and then I went up the ranks.
From Houston, getting the first Dream Academy at 15 years, 5 months, 24 days of age, the youngest first team signing in club history. 15!
I felt amazing. I was ready. I was praying, hoping my name would get called and I could step on the field. When I got there, we did the warm-ups and stuff like that. And I was warming up and we had one sub left and I was the last one. I was like, hopefully my name gets called. And when I went in, honestly, it's a feeling I can't explain how I felt, but it was amazing. And playing against a player like Son, I never thought I would watch him. When I was younger, I never thought we'd play against him. It was really beautiful.
As Arana developed through the academy, his next step with Dynamo Dos continues to push his game forward.
Arana likes what he sees. Oh my goodness!
It helps me a lot, get minutes in. And obviously this team is still high level. There's a high level of the whole league, and it helps me get minutes so I could prepare for when my time comes with the first team.
He has some really unique qualities to his game that are tough to teach and not many players have. His ability to protect the ball, to be deceptive, to dribble out of situations.
I think the level is just high. And every day you gotta be consistent if you want to get minutes. You gotta work hard. It's tough because I'm like a young player, but I think I'm getting used to the level and hopefully I could get more minutes in soon.
I love Matthew. He's one of my really close friends. We went through the academy together. We've been with each other through a really young age, and playing on the field with him is amazing. He's a really good player, obviously. All I have to do is pass him the ball, and he'll get us to the other side of the field, dribbling through players.
His performances in his hometown have opened the door for Arana to represent Mexico at the youth level.
2 years ago, like March, they sent my Dynamo an email and told me that they were gonna invite me to a camp, and I didn't believe it. I was like, it felt amazing. It means a lot to me representing my roots, where I'm from, and my family, and it's a great experience over there. I got number 10 the first time. I was like, it felt a beautiful experience for me. When I went over there, I was a little nervous. That was my first time going to Mexico, but the coaches and the players were all really nice, and it felt like a family as soon as I got there.
Through it all, he hopes to make his family proud after all they've done to get him here.
A lot of sacrifices, taking me to all the far tournaments before, because I can't drive yet. They take me here every morning early, and yeah, I really appreciate what they do for me.
So my name is Edouard Nice. I'm from Belgium. I'm 21 years old, playing offensive midfielder for North Texas SC. Started playing for my hometown, Royal Sport. There's not a lot of people in my hometown. It's not really like a sport town or anything like that. It's just like a village, like a small village club. I played there for like 5 years. Yeah, that's where I started playing soccer. Coming from semi-pro back home, never won any trophy, never did anything, and then going to Northeast and just, talking with the coach before joining them. He was talking about trophy, winning a national championship, and that's what I wanted. That's why I joined them, and the first year we lost in the semi-final, and we came up close, losing 0 games, losing 1 game, and it was the game in the semi-final. And then the year we came back, we won it all. So first big trophy for the college as well, first national championship, and it meant a lot to me. Yeah.
Cidalis selects number 306, Edward Ness from University of Illinois?
No, it was crazy. I mean, I was sitting with my whole family on the couch in my house, and even my best friend from back home, and I just wanted to hear my name, you know. Thought that was the moment for me, and it happened. So I was really happy. And one of my goals coming to America as well was getting drafted, as well as going Division I, and just that happening was like surreal. I couldn't believe it in a sense, because you know, going from hometown club, village, playing 6 years there, then playing semi-professional, you don't expect yourself 3 years later to get called in the MLS Super Draft and signing professional for FC Dallas. For this season, I would say, yeah, I want to be obviously the MVP of the league. That would be a good goal of mine. You know, I mean, everything possible, you know, like winning the Golden Boot, everything. Like, but at the end of the day, I just want to win a trophy with North Texas. I know they won one in 2024, and I want to win one again, you know. I want to give my teammates the best like effort from me on the field, and just like they can look up to me and be like, yeah, this guy is like trying his hardest, and we want to work for him at the same time and just help the team winning trophies.
Back in California, we have reached the half between Ventura County and North Texas. 45 minutes in the books, 45 to go, and VCFC leads it 3-0. But that is not the only action in and around MLS Next Pro as we get a chance to catch up on our latest scores around the league. And we reflect back to last Sunday. How about the result for Vancouver Whitecaps going on the road? They go up a goal 5 minutes in against St. Louis in a venue that is a difficult place to get points in, and City 2 end up battling back and sharing the points with Vancouver Whitecaps in that contest. Houston Dynamo and Austin FC 2, that one lived up to the billing. A top-of-the-table tilt between Austin FC and Houston Dynamo Dos. Houston Dynamo falling today against Sporting Kansas City, a team that is near the bottom of the Western Conference table. Houston Dynamo grabbing headlines by loaning out Pedro Cruz, their longtime netminder who just participated in goalie wars at the MLS All-Star Game. He is on his way to El Paso Locomotive for the rest of the season in USL Championship. As for our upcoming schedule in the Western Conference, things will shift back into focus on Saturday night. Closing out the Saturday slate, Tacoma Defiance and Vancouver Whitecaps. Who doesn't want to end your Saturday night with a Cascadia Cup clash? And then on Sunday, St. Louis will welcome Real Monarchs. The first time those sides have seen each other in 2026. Not unlike this contest we have on hand between North Texas and Ventura County. Let's get you right up to speed with our halftime highlights. Real blink and you miss it opening 45 minutes. Ventura County would pepper North Texas and Eric DeMora from the infancy 11 minutes in. Julian Palacios would get the last touch of it, and that would make it 1-0. They would not be done there, though. Transition and verticality have been the best friends of Ventura County, including transitioning quickly. On that ball rolled ahead over to Eric Preston, who had the assist on the opener, now grabs his goal. That was 4 minutes after they went up 1-0. That made it 2-0. They'd have to wait a little bit longer to grab their extra goal, but the offense would keep coming. The layoff then funneled wide. Here's Preston, goes toward goal. That draws a save from DeMora, one of his four first half saves. Ventura County not allowing North Texas to recycle and clear that ball away. And how about this? The back heel over. Mueller finds Preston, goes byline, the cutback. Who else but Julian Palacios doing magic in the opening 45 minutes to the tune of a first half brace. That is the third goal of the opening half. It came in the 40th minute, and then just before the halftime whistle, North Texas would try to pull a lifeline back. A shot from distance from Simmons, parried away by Sebastian Conlon, and that is where we stand at the half. We'll head back to break when we return. The opening kick of the final 45 minutes from William Rollins Stadium.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Ventura wins it!
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
The unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
Both teams returning to the pitch as we inch closer to the start of the second 45 minutes here in Thousand Oaks, California. Ventura County on top of North Texas, 3-0 at the halftime intermission. If you're just joining us, it was goals in the 11th, the 15th, and the 40th minutes that have separated Ventura County from their opposition so far this evening. Just before the end of the opening 45, North Texas were able to grab their opening 2 shots on target, but 15 shots, 7 on frame for Ventura County. Possession numbers are about even as we get set to resume this contest, but for large stretches of the match, it was Ventura County in the North Texas end dictating the tone and the tenor of this fixture to their opposition tonight. No Dylan Vanny, he's off overseas on a loan spell. No Troy Elgersma, he's been signed to a first-team deal and has not played for this Ventura County side in a handful of weeks, but still the drum beats on for VCFC. There's the whistle, and the second half is officially underway. 2 changes for North Texas at the 45-minute marker. Natty James will come on, and he is joined by Leandro Gonçalves. Sam Sadeh will come off, as will Liam Verostic, the 17-year-old out of the FC Dallas Academy. First 2 changes of the night used by John Gall and North Texas SC. Hoping that bringing Natty James, the former Portland Hearts of Pine man in USL League One, on with his 9-goal involvements will breathe some life into this, what's been so far somewhat lethargic attack for North Texas. That won't help their case. The counter is quickly on here for Ventura County. Shoved off the ball, though, was the 19-year-old Jeremy Jezzy. Racing forward with it, Natty James. Up ahead, Lucene. They try to leave it back for him. The offside flag is up, though, and that will erase the opportunity for North Texas SC. Benji Flowers, who did get the start, his first professional on the heels of becoming the youngest homegrown signing in club history last week. He is available for selection today, is on the bench. The MLS Next All-Star. Be interesting to see if Flowers, a highly touted player out of that FC Dallas Academy, will see some run as this contest carries on. He did see significant minutes in that MLS Next All-Star game in Charlotte. at the home of Crown Legacy, the right now Eastern Conference leaders, out on the other side of MLS Next Pro. Floated forward, trying to find Mason Vanny, who didn't hear his name called too much in the opening 45 minutes. Not that Ventura County needed much of it. Goes deflecting off of Ricky Lewis, and change of possession will occur via this throw-in. The quick throw. On the move now is North Texas. A late whistle will sound. That is our first stoppage of the second half. There's one way to make an impact if you're Natty James, the second half substitute. Coming straight on, winning a whistle in a promising position, no less, for North Texas. He and Edu Nice have a chat, both standing over top of this ball. North Texas, despite some of the lack of recent road success coming into tonight, they have been outscoring road opposition 10-7 over their last 8 matches away. It'll be Nice, the hit from distance. That'll go floating high past Sebastian Conlon, who doesn't have to do much with it. Whipped back down by North Texas. It falls into the path of Nice. Ospina gives it up over to Natty James. Ospina back with it. Newman cutting up high on that right side. Ospina looking to switch the point of the attack. Left that short though. Now a collision. We'll see Timothy Ospina be handed a whistle. It was Julian Palacios who had gone down, quickly running his tally to 9 goals on the season. It's been a real breakout year for Palacios, following up what was a breakout year last year. Played over 1,400 minutes, 6 goals, 4 assists. He's well eclipsed all of those marks so far. The only number he hasn't eclipsed are the 21 appearances. He's at 19 now with his appearance and start tonight. And those 9 goals will start to put him in the conversation in that Golden Boot chase. Moves him into a tie for 7th in the Golden Boot race. Everyone looking up at Arif Kovac out in the Eastern Conference, Atlanta United 2 with his 15 goals. Back down towards Sebastian Conlon. Kovac might get a chance to break through for the first team this weekend. Was not with Atlanta United 2 earlier today in their contest against Carolina Core. That was a real wacky back and forth affair. 5-stripe final reporting that Kovac not available for selection in next pro play because he may be with the first team. Robbing the keeper, rounding the keeper, and rolling it in. Nicholas Simmons, a lifeline for North Texas. You see why John Goll was so thrilled to have Nick Simmons back. Said he wanted to build on his efforts he put forth last week where he grabbed a penalty goal. This time, highway robbery in Hollywood, taking it right away from the defender and walking it in. Exactly what you wanted if you're North Texas to start this second half. The feeling amongst North Texas was that if they could start to keep Ventura out of possession, it would slant in their favor. But now here's Palacios across the face of goal, and they peg one back immediately. First it was Palacios with the brace, now Eric Preston joins the fun, and Ventura County restores their 3-goal lead. Counterattacks and transition have been the moneymaker this year for Ventura County. A poorly timed turnover for North Texas, and Eric Preston does the rest. A short-lived lifeline for North Texas. Matt Taylor had talked this week about Ventura County's ability that no matter who's available, no matter who's in the lineup, they keep fighting, they keep pushing, they never stop. That on display. You give up a goal, and literal seconds later, you get that goal right back. It's been the Preston and Palacios party for Ventura County here in Thousand Oaks. They scored 4 minutes apart in the first half. 12 minutes of game time from Palacios completing his brace in the 40th and Preston doing so in the 52nd. Now slid across. Here's Natty James. Couldn't hang on to it. Delgado under duress. Won back by Simmons. He has the size advantage and using that to his advantage, at least for the moment. Now clipped along here. Palacios will try to race it down. Defender got the lines wrong. Still Palacios on it initially. Ultimately settled down. Alvaro Augusto able to come up with it. Newman dodging challenges. He'll get it right back. Funneled inside when it Edunis, who slipped. And it is hacked clear by Ventura County. Space to move here for Ospina. Works it along. Nice. Still Nice shuffling. Nice, it goes off the woodwork and stays out. Ricky Lewis picks the pieces up off the rebound. End line. Lewis, top of the area. It's Nice blocked. How about this effort from Edu Nice? Just getting inside, twisting and turning on Enrique Martinez. The crossbar says no. Got a piece of Conlon as well. Forward they go, Edu Nice. He's been the leading chance creator this year for this North Texas side. Into the path now, Gonsalves cuts it back. Now Ventura County a chance to race forward in transition. Vanny turns it upfield into the path of Brett Fan. Fan negotiating, still Fan, and taken away. VCFC brought to you by McDonald's West Coast, owned by the largest Mexican-American-owned franchisee, the McMorrow Family Restaurants Group, with over 48 locations in Southern California. McDonald's West Coast is a proud Jersey sponsor and partner, bringing local communities together. Jay Schlesinger, our center referee, will bring us a halt to this contest. Timothy Ospina is down for North Texas. Ospina, the February 2026 acquisition, spent time at University of Missouri, Kansas City, in NCAA Division I. Helped back to his feet, and play will resume as Ospina has it now in his possession. Mentioned University of Missouri, Kansas City. The Roos out in the Summit League, led by former Kansas City Wizards midfielder Ryan Poore at the collegiate level. Meanwhile, here is Ventura County knifing inside. It's Preston again. Deflected away. Picking up the Kansas City Wizards, now affectionately known as Sporting Kansas City. Their MLS Next Pro side picking up a huge win earlier today, sinking Houston Dynamo Dos. A 3-2 result for SKC2 as we get a whistle and a stoppage. It was such a tough year last year for Sporting Kansas City, finishing last in the table. Already 5 wins this year for Lee Tashantrat's side. 19 points. They've leapfrogged Vancouver Whitecaps. This play back underway. Mason Vanny has it. They would need some help, Sporting Kansas City too would, but not necessarily out of the question that they could thrust themselves into a playoff conversation with a few positive results in a row. Just 10 points back, SKC2 are, of that final playoff spot, which at the moment in the West is occupied by Minnesota United, who lost earlier today against Portland Timbers 2. Timbers 2 now, points-wise, they go to 43, jumping over Houston Dynamo Dos for second position in the West. Ventura County and North Texas, they will both see Portland Timbers 2 in a few weeks' time. 15th of this month, North Texas will get them down in Mansfield. Ventura County, they will return home on the 23rd to take on Portland Timbers 2. Another whistle for a foul, and it will be a free kick to resume play. It is expected that at some point Jack Cassidy, who led Portland Timbers to a strong start to open up 2026 before being called into first team action on an interim basis after Phil Neville, Portland Timbers manager, was dismissed from his post. It is expected that Jack Cassidy could perhaps rejoin this team at some point before the MLS Next Pro season expires. Portland Timbers, they have made their new coaching hire, Marty Cifuentes. A heavy challenge applied now by Marlon Lucene. Some frustration. Now Eric Preston will come over and have a chat. And meanwhile, a card out of the pocket of our center referee, first of the night. Vicente Garcia, the Galaxy homegrown, was toppled on that collision between he and number 19 in red, blue, and white. Marlon Lucene goes into the book. We have eclipsed an hour played here in Ventura County, California. That ball will spill out of play over on the far side. Newman will throw it back in. Supporters group here at William Rollins Stadium making their presence known. They've made their presence known all fixture long. They've had a lot to cheer about. A 3-0 lead at the end of the opening half. Ventura County have grabbed another goal here in this second half, have conceded once as well. But at the moment, that 3-goal advantage well intact for Matt Taylor's side. They're closing in on at least a little bit of history. They are off to their best 20-match start, going all the way back to the 2016 USL Pro season. That, of course, predating the USL Championship, USL League One split. Opened 9-3-8 that year. Ended up finishing with 12 wins, 12-8-11 overall. Reached the playoffs as that ball goes clipping out of play. And Ventura County will make their first change of the night. Jose Magana, he'll trot on for his 17th appearance of the season. Vicente Garcia's night is done. Schlesinger whistles for a stoppage, and North Texas will have a free kick. Here is Lucene, former FC Dallas Academy product, carrying that yellow. North Texas will turn this upfield. Trying to find that combination around the area to spring Eunice free. Headed back along by Gonsalves. There was a collision on the aerial duel, and a whistle will sound again. This has been a markedly more physical second 45 than what we saw in the opening 45. First half only saw 5 combined whistles. We've already seen enough fouls to generate a yellow card from our center referee here in the second half. Including tonight, 7 matches remaining for this Ventura County side. Matt Taylor, he said earlier in the week that obviously the idea of a home playoff match is on the mind of this Ventura County side, but it is a development-heavy focus for VCFC. He said that that is still our role within this LA Galaxy organization, is that we have to develop players, but Taylor said that it is his hope that if they do a good job of bringing the individuals along, success will come, the collective will be better, and they will end up in that top 4. As a reminder, the top 4, as we get a whistle for a stoppage, a foul that sent Leandro Gonsalves down. As a reminder, the top 4 in MLS Next Pro do host a home playoff game in the opening round, and they do have the ability to pick your opponent in that opening round of the playoffs. Of course, if the playoffs were to begin today, Ventura County in the 4th spot would draw the final not picked opponent that the top 3 had not selected. Natty James off the restart, curls this one in, back post, goes off the post and out. Texas might feel a little hard done in this second half. That's twice now they've managed to either kiss the crossbar or ring the post. That one goes looping in. Ended up catching that corner as it's headed back down. Talking about playoffs, you start to project ahead and look. Yes, Austin Timbers, Houston, Ventura County, the top 4. LAFC, who are in action and are up a goal on Colorado Rapids right now, 1-0 in the second half. They find themselves in fifth. Tacoma Defiance, they'll take on Vancouver Whitecaps coming up on Saturday evening. St. Louis and Minnesota United rounding out that top 8. Here is North Texas. Natty James dispossessed. And now Ventura County will move forward with it. Flanked with options. It's given up by Mueller. Volley toward goal. Save made by Demora. Bodies coalesce and Demora sprawls on it. VCFC, powered by Ventura County Credit Union, Ventura County's trusted member-owned financial partner, empowering over 80,000 locals with smarter banking and community-first services since 1950, bringing VCFC to all local communities as their official credit union partner and jersey sponsor. Back to that playoff conversation, though. When you sort of project ahead to the postseason, you really start to think that the West might be where it's won this year. You look at the recent form of the top 6 teams. Houston Dynamo Dos obviously falling today, but Austin, 3 wins, points in 4 of their last 5. Same with Portland Timbers. Same with Ventura County, who are under duress right now. Nice steps inside, cuts it back, it's curled away. Tacoma Defiance also 3 wins, points in 4 of their last 5, including 3 consecutive victories for the Seattle Sounders' next pro affiliate. That top 6 of this Western Conference, it is tough sledding for any team that will take them on. Starnes steps in front of the clearance. Pressure still applied here by North Texas. Simmons has his pocket picked, returns the favor. Simmons already has 1 today. Simmons goes for goal, and it is volleyed away by Ventura County, and now thumped further clear. Nice and James working on that interchange on the right flank. Lucene slides it over. He'll get it right back from Gonsalves. Now cuts it inside. Ricky Lewis tries to square up. Wanted to go back wide with it. Stepping in is James, but first to it is Sebastian Conlon, who comes up wagging that right hand as if to say it might have been stepped on. Sebastian Conlon will boot this one back forward as we're into the 70th minute. A player in net for Ventura County that's seen the lion's share of the minutes. Nodded back to his opposite in Eric Demora. But Matt Taylor, he said earlier this year that the biggest thing that stood out to him about Sebastian is that his ability to grow into the game model at Ventura County. They knew from day one he had all the physical tools, but Taylor described it as somewhat of a carefree style of play at the collegiate level. And he said when you have that as your background, it can be hard to have some of that aggressive mindset. But they feel like he's very well-rounded, can make the big save, claim crosses, trying to get him more involved in distribution. They feel like that is the way that they can set him up to perhaps one day be a Major League Soccer netminder. Nice trying to clip it along, wants the whistle for the handball, and is going to get it, which will bring things to a stop. Speaking of former, or at least MLS netminders that have seen some time with Ventura County, JT Marcinkowski for LA Galaxy named to the MLS Team of the Match Day for Match Day 18 this past week. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ombi Mobile, featuring premium 5G unlimited talk and text and exclusive access to the Ombi Club, where you can earn scholarship rewards, mortgage points, merchandise, and more. Learn more at OmbiMobile.com. Neeson James over it. It'll be Natty James whistles it wide of the near post and out. Another foul, motion 4 from our center referee. Whipped out wide. Here is Gonsalves. Will loft it along. Promptly hammered all the way back down by Ventura County. BCFC, yes, they do give up the goal here in this second half, but defensively it has been a crisp performance. North Texas has done well for themselves to grow into the contest, but much like what John Gauld spoke about following their draw against LAFC, you start to wonder the difference in performance for North Texas between first half and second half. If you don't put yourself in a 3-0 hole, this is a very, very different feeling contest. Even if you give up one less goal in that second half or 2 less goals, even if you still were trailing coming into this second 45, it does have a feeling of North Texas being the much better team in the second half. Possession numbers don't always tell the whole story. That can be an antiquated way of looking at the game. It's more about what you do with the possession. But with 58% possession to Ventura County's 42, North Texas, they have had 5 shots. They have had 2 shots on target, 10 touches in the penalty area. And the only shot on target that Ventura County have had has been that goal that they got back almost immediately after conceding. Nice to James, lines one up, at least thought about it. Tries to go back inside with it. Lucene volleys it along. Marlon Lucene flanked with support. Still Lucene turning. Lucene leaves it off, curling off the post and out. The 3rd time in this second half, North Texas have hit the post. Now they play it through. Gonsalves stopped by Conlon. North Texas are going to have nightmares of that post. Twice they hit the far one, now they ring the near one. Into the final 15 plus stoppage time to go. Only one other contest besides this in action, and it's also here in California at BMO Stadium. LAFC 2 all over Colorado Rapids 2, the reigning champions of the Western Conference in MLS Next Pro. Lucene rolls it in behind. Once Gonsalves, Ventura County will clear it out. It'll be a throw, but first, BCFC will make a change. Mateo McLean, the 17-year-old out of the Galaxy Academy who got a start last match week, will come on. Consecutive starts for the recent acquisition, Jeremy Giese. A strong shift turned in for 80 in navy and yellow. He will come off in the 76th minute. Still 3 changes left to use for Matt Taylor and company. Not only their second consecutive throws here for Newman and North Texas. Ventura County will clean up the mess in their defensive half and steer it back over to Sebastian Conlon. Calm under pressure is Luis Mueller. Having to work it forward to Eric Preston, one of two players in this contest to record a brace. He and Julian Placius have been the offensive catalysts. Now driving forward with this one is Ventura County. They find Vanny on the right. Mason Vanny has cut back, deflected away, falls into the path of Sebastian Hernandez, the captain. North Texas will take things over via a throw-in. Brett Fannin made his way over to the near touchline, and that is why. Third change made by Matt Taylor. Eric Preston coming off on Hell. Villatoro will come on. Long ball in behind, looking for Placius. Instead possessed by Eric Demora. Slight collision will draw a whistle. North Texas wasting no time. They'll put that ball back in play. Now boom, this one ahead, looking for Simmons running onto it. Conlon off his line, almost caught in no man's land. Well recovered defensively by Ventura County. Even with all the opportunities North Texas have had in this second half, Ventura County's rest defense has been strong enough to stymie them. Hefty collision, and this will draw another yellow. Alvaro Augusto will go into the book. Julian Placius, he's been the recipient of a couple sturdy challenges. You see that one as Placius stays down on the right side of your screen, and Placius still down. Trainers will come out to check on Julian Placius. 4 years in the LA Galaxy Academy before becoming a full-time pro with this Ventura County side. He has been a crucial piece of their success in 2026. A brace tonight runs his tally to 9 goals on the campaign for the former North Carolina FC Academy player out of the now defunct USL Championship side. 10 career appearances as an Academy player for that NCFC Academy. Well, it's had a history of producing some players that have cut their teeth and plied their craft here in MLS Next Pro. Finn Sundstrom comes to mind for Philadelphia Union, who was acquired at the start of the year, has since gone on to see some time for Philadelphia Union first team. And MLS action rather. Mueller puts this ball back in play, steers it wide, and all heads will watch that sail out of play. Pass turned away, falls right back to Lucene. Ospina will cycle it around. Augusto. Back over Lucene. The 3 players carrying the yellows in this contest for North Texas, all linking up there. Tucked inside. It's Simmons. Over to Starnes. He's trying to force his way through traffic, cannot do so. Adonis finding out what anyone who lives in the metro area will tell you. That LA traffic, nothing to be messed with. That includes this Ventura County defense tonight. Created congestion, traffic in front. Nothing has come easy for North Texas, who, with this break in play, will make 2 more changes. Lucas Martins will come on, the Brazilian. That'll come at the next available opportunity. They'll also bring on Benji Flowers when they get that substitution window to open up. Mason Vanny will track that one down. Clean over to Conlon. To Mason Vanny, brother of Dylan Vanny, the youngest of the Vanny brothers. Christian Vanny is on the bench tonight. All 3 either currently or coming out of that LA Galaxy Academy. Turnover, counter is on here for North Texas. They find Adonis. Nice rolling around, now Nice goes at goal, and Conlon will make the stop. There is Mason Vanny, played up ahead into the path of Pepe Magana. He'll reverse the angle of the attack. Over on the left now to Magana, settles. Magana's shot deflected. Rebound not clear though, still toward goal and it's in! Angel Ventura tacking on a 5th for Ventura County. What a night for VCFC, and that might be the final one of the day. This is what they've done so well, moving in packs down the pitch. Even when North Texas have tried to clear it, they just will not let them, denying those clearance angles and then pouncing on loose balls. Five goals from 3 different goal scorers for Matt Taylor's side tonight. And North Texas, with the contest out of reach, they will essentially empty their bench. Benji Flowers, Lucas Martins, Davion Kimbrough, all will come on. Out of changes is North Texas. And very likely out of time as well. Floated forward and behind now for North Texas. Kimbrough trying to run onto it. could not do so. Short clearance. Here's Natty James from distance. That'll just roll right toward goal where Conlon collects. With just about 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go, appears that this will fall in favor of Ventura County. Still time to go. These organizations will clash again tomorrow at Dignity Health Sports Park. LA Galaxy FC Dallas meeting for the second time in MLS play in 2026 in match week 19, now that play is back underway solidly following the World Cup break. The last time they faced each other, Chris Rindove, who was not available for selection today, was on the bench for LA Galaxy, has appeared. Rindove has a couple times over the last few weeks for this Ventura County side. Ruben Ramos Jr. was also on the bench for that contest. What was a 2-2 draw down in Dallas. Caleb Swan, the only player that's seen a couple minutes this year for North Texas, on the bench for FC Dallas in that 2-2 stalemate. Driven back in behind now. Keeper comes out. Here's Benji Flowers. Flowers squares, looks for Nice, almost finds him. Hernandez stepped in front of it. It's cleared out of play, and North Texas will go back to work. I have to imagine, at least for LA Galaxy, they had not signed the last time they met FC Dallas Troy Elgersma to a first-team contract. With him not being available today, I have to think that's an indication that Elgersma will at least be on the bench. From distance, that will go clipping wide. All the player movement that Ventura County have suffered in 2026 makes their performance tonight and their performances these last few weeks all the more impressive. Tucker Lepley was loaned in May to Oakland Roots. Dylan Vanny sent over to La Liga earlier this week. Troy Elgersma becoming a permanent fixture with the first team. Players like Chris Rindove in and out of the second team environment. Ruben Ramos, Sebastian Hernandez, Pepe Magana in and out of this lineup the last few weeks. We get 3 minutes of stoppage time, according to our fourth official. And yet Matt Taylor's team continues to find a way to win. Here's Benji Flowers. Flowers across the face of goal. Nice under it, deflected, falls to James, the volley wide. Part of the reason there's been so much player movement for this Ventura County side comes from the injury woes suffered at the first team for LA Galaxy. Greg Vanny had a pretty wide-ranging interview earlier today. It was reported on by Corner of the Galaxy podcast, one of the local outlets that covers this organization. And he had said, if you look at the numbers, between 10 and 12 of their 20-man roster are essentially either injured or not at full strength. Meanwhile, here is Placius over to Vanny, back out wide. The setup, it's Mueller, deposits it in. Ventura County scoring goals for fun on this Friday night. Running away with it in Thousand Oaks, 6-1. Placius, he's pretty much had a hand in almost everything they've done. Won't get the official assist. That'll go to Villatoro. But Luis Mueller, back-to-back matches with a goal for the recent reacquisition by Ventura County. A collision sees North Texas get shown a whistle for a foul. Now you look back over the last few weeks for Ventura County. This will obviously go in the books as the most impressive, the most goals they've scored in a single match this season. Right now, in their last 270 minutes of football, outscoring their opposition 11-1. Heating up at the right time down the stretch of the season. Once Jay Schlesinger sounds the whistle for full time, this will run Ventura County's total to 38 points. Puts them just 6 back of Austin FC2 for that top spot. And only 4 back of Houston Dynamo Dos to get into that 3rd position in the Western Conference table. Meanwhile, for North Texas, they get Tacoma Defiance coming up next week in MLS Next Pro play, but this will leave a sour taste in the mouth of John Gall and company. It is all final in Hollywood. A 6-1 result for Ventura County, sending a message to the Western Conference that they are here to play in 2026. Those 6 goals couldn't have been possible without the efforts of tonight's man of the match. There's only one man it could have possibly been, and our man of the match tonight, presented by Adidas, Julian Placius. A brace in the first half. Got things going in the 11th minute. Gets the final touch on that ball, and then in the 40th minute, would complete his brace. What a way to bookend the opening 45 minutes for Ventura County, who romped to a massive win. He, Eric Preston, Luis Mueller, they'd been linking up all night, and there he deposits his 2nd one in. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Jay Griffith. Once again, our final 6-1 in favor of Ventura County. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com. And One Football, good night from Thousand Oaks.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.